video where I give you a drive tour from Lekki Road all the way down to Dangote Refinery. Remember, I was showing this ATM, and of course this is where the Dangote Refinery, petrochemical, fertilizer, etc. Hence, this is the junction where it ends in Ibeju, Lekki. And of course, this is also where we have Gracias Coldstone. Moonstone, by the way. Coldstone is in Dangote, so that's where that building you're looking at behind me is where we have the Gracias Moonstone. Because the video is already lengthy, it's long, I decided to cut it off and say I'll start another one that will show you from this junction all the way to the other part of Ibeju, Lekki. That's down to Lacampagne, Tropicana. So I'm going to turn my camera now down and drive and give you another drive through to the other part of Ibeju, Lekki. You've seen me all the way from Lekki downward to this junction. So that's the phase one of this video. So this is the second one that will take you down there. Okay, so I'm going to take you down to where Lacampagne is. So just enjoy the ride with me, and please, if you have not watched the first video, I want to encourage you to go watch it. Okay, go watch it. I'll put a link down in the comment section, so just click it, go watch it so that you can understand fully. Like I said, I'm going to turn the camera to the front now, take a drive. So I'm usually your Uber driver, right? So let me take you on the ride to the other part and all the way to Lacampagne, Tropicana. All right, thank you. Let's enjoy the ride. My name, by the way, is Goodness Usman. So enjoy the ride with me. Let's go see the other part. Yeah. Okay, so let's go. I was talking about this ATM. How it's been good. Yes, so I was talking about this ATM earlier in the first video, how it was a thing of a joy to have that ATM. Okay, so I showed you the Moonstone earlier. I showed you Moonstone, so I have a separate video that shows the full details into the apartment. So it's still selling. You can buy 1-bedroom apartment, 2-bedroom apartment, and I think there's 3-bedroom. I'll give you the details though. So there are other estates. Look at these estates. Some of them are sold out on this road. So if you have watched that first video, I was talking about how the road has been dualized from this point. You see, now the dualization has started way from this point. Okay, I was mentioning it earlier. So some properties here. There are so many properties on this road which are majorly sold out, by the way. So here, there are also, on this part of Ibeju, Lekki, there are also properties for sale that has COO, that has excision. You have apartments, you have a whole lot of apartment for sale that has 3 years payment plan, 5 years payment plan that you can be paying, you know, softly. You can be paying or instrumentally. Deposit 1 million and spread your payment for 5 years, 3 years. We have a lot of them around here. So just here, this junction is where you have Sunstone. Okay, there's a Mox here. You have Sunstone just at that junction where you have payment plan for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, depending on your option. But if you need information of how you can buy an apartment for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years payment plan option, all the way from 1-bedroom apartment to 5-bedroom duplex, please just send me a chart, contact me, and I'll give you the information. Okay, yes, there are 3 different options, and I cannot, because I also don't want this video to be too long, I can't be, you know, stopping at each, but there are so many. I've shown you that Sunstone, I've shown you Moonstone. Moonstone only has 1 year payment plan, but Sunstone has 3 years, 4 years, and of course 5 years payment plan on it. And then there's apart from Sunstone, Moonstone, there's Perfection Cooperative Estates, which also sells apartment. In fact, they have a fantastic investment plan for you guys. So it's up to you to see me. There's payment option up to 5 years in that too, for 5-bedroom duplex, for terrace, for apartments. So depending on what option you want, just reach out to me and let's discuss the one that suits your budget. There are so many. They are actually pocket friendly. Imagine you're buying an apartment for 30 million naira and you're spreading it for 5 years. For 20 million naira, 15 million naira, and you're spreading it for 5 years. It's amazing, right? Okay, so around here is where we have the Perfection Estate. Is around here. Now this area is called, is a popular as this area is where we have it. It's a popular axis in the Lekki called Oshoroko. Yes, it's called Oshoroko Town, and largely a whole number of the properties around here has C of O. Now there are different kind of C of O's around here. They have the Lekki Coastal C of O. We have the Ibeju Development C of O. And so it depends on which C of O you're buying into. If you're buying into the one with the Lekki Coastal, you have to be sure that they have done ratification, because there used to be a ratification issue on the C of O's or with that of Lekki Coastal. So if you buy a land here that has a C of O, just be sure of which C of O you're buying into. If it's the Ibeju Development, of course, it's okay. But if it's the Lekki Coastal, just be sure that the company had gone to do ratification, or else after they sell to you, what will happen is that you will have to go back and do a ratification with those who owns the estate. For me to explain what ratification is, you might have to just send me a chart, reach out to me, then I can just explain to you, because if I start explaining all of that now, it will, you know, take me away from the major reason why I'm doing this particular video. Okay, all right, and I don't want to deviate so much. All right, but let me see if I can just give you a very quick explanation into what ratification is. All right, so sometimes, like the history of Ibeju Lekki, you know, Ibeju Lekki is fast developing, and there are so many infrastructures. Like I've shown you in the first video, you've seen it, the Dangote Refinery, Lekki Free Trade Zone. So I take Lekki Free Trade Zone for an instance. Before government decided to use that particular portion of land for Lekki Free Trade Zone, they were predominantly owned by the customary owners, I mean the families. So government had to compensate them, you know. So when they took them off that land and reallocated them somewhere else, what they did is they reallocated them to some part of Oshoroko and gave them and compensated them with the C of O. So Oshoroko does not have C of O before, but when they relocated those guys in the Lekki Free Trade Zone assets, they now had to compensate those guys with the C of O. So Oshoroko C of O is owned by those guys that were compensated for. So before that C of O was granted, the primary owners of Oshoroko had sold some of those lands to some developers, real estate companies. So by the time they got the C of O on it, of course, they had to go call those real estate companies to come and ratify. So they come and pay. So they ask them for a particular amount of money. They paid, and you're ratified. Now you can make use of their C of O. So what happens is, if you don't ratify with them, no problem. But the day you now want to go and have your document in your name, you as a client, you begin to have issues. So the best thing to do is to ratify, and which is common anyway. Paper ratification is always common. It's not a big deal, okay? So just make sure that when you're buying any land around this house that has a C of O, be sure which of the C of O's. If it's the Lekki Coastal owned, then yeah, Lekki Coastal Company. I can't remember what exactly they call them. But if it's Lekki Coastal, then you just have to ask the real estate company if they have done ratification, or you're the one doing your ratification yourself. It's just as simple as that. All right. So that's it on the ratification. That's as fast as I can explain it. Okay. All right. So still en route. Like I said, I was going to show you all the way down. I'm going to drive down to Lacampagne, Tropicana. I'll tell you a quick story about this part of Ibeju Lekki, and why I love it so much is because they have this very low topology. The topology is very flat, and I love the natural ground. It's a very natural ground. Honestly, it's difficult not to fall in love with lands around these houses. They're naturally dry. A whole lot of them are naturally dry, and the topology is flat. Okay, it's a flat lowland, and in fact, some part of it looks like a golf land. You know, like a natural golf land where you can play golf. You know. So that's how beautiful they are, and that's naturally okay. And that's why for me, I kind of love, personally, I love it. Like, see what I'm saying now? You see it? So that's the same water, the Lekki, the Elekko water, the water that flows from Eco Atlantic, Beach downward. It's the same one that flows to the Lacampagne Tropicana houses. So it's a smooth drive all the way down, and trust me, from Lacampagne Tropicana houses, there are so many estates. So all these places downward, that's why you now see all those cheap land, 1 million, 1.2, 1.3 all the way down. That's all these houses. That's where you see them, but they are not titled land. Any titled land you see here is still around 3 million naira or 3.5, or maybe they are running a promo is at 2.5. None that I know of anyway. The only one I know of here that has an approved decision is selling at 3.2 million naira. Okay. So if you want to buy into this place, you should have 3.2 million naira for a plot. But if you're that kind of person that wants to use your 3.2 to buy 2 plots, 3 plots, okay, good luck to you. But hey, I don't sell untitled land, okay? Because it's just too risky. It's very risky, okay? You even see some other ones that are selling for 4 million naira in these houses. If you want to get a sea of land here now, you're not going to have anything less than 7 million naira, 8 million, 7.5, depending on who is selling to you, okay? So imagine sea of 8 million, 7 million naira. If you now want to buy a titled land, you should buy it at 3.2, 3.5 million naira. Some even are selling for 4 million, 5 million naira. So definitely, if you're now watching on the internet and you're seeing 1.2, 1.5, you definitely know it does not have a title. And please, don't let anybody tell you, promise you heaven and earth, that the property is going to be coming very soon. The title is all scam. Okay, it's all scam. I know some people will not listen, but it's okay. I'm just going to put it out there for those, at least for the few that will listen. This is also an estate by Gracias, which is completely sold out. It's a sea of land as well. So we're just going to get to what's it called now, Lacampagne, Tropicana, after which I'm going to take a turn back, and that's it. So there's this bridge. This is a bridge. Let me show you this water. Oh gosh. See, that's the Lacampagne Tropicana water as well. So I'm approaching Lacampagne Tropicana already. Lacampagne Tropicana shortly. We'll still have so there's a primary school here, right here. Of course, this is Gracias Ocean View. It's been sold out as well. Sold out for a while now. Now this T junction takes you to Meridian Park and Gardens. I'll take a U-turn from Lacampagne like I promised. Maybe if I'm heading back, then I can show you Meridian Park and Gardens. Okay? So there are several estates, like I said, that has been sold out here. Some 2 years ago, some 4 years ago, some 5 years ago. They've been way sold out. Like, look at this now. Of course, this has been sold out for a while, and they're doing construction. You see this Victory Estate? I don't even know the name of the company who owns this Victory Estate, but I'm sure it's been sold out for a long time ago. So people are just investing here and making their money work for them. Camberwell, the Camberwell is around here. See Camberwell, Hopewell, they're all around here. Very dry land, and they all have excision on that part. Okay, so just if you take note of most of the properties around here, they're naturally dry. They're naturally dry, except for some that has bad road. That when it rains, the road might be a bit might retain water. But all the lands around here, all the way down to Lacampagne Tropicana, are naturally dry. And like I mentioned earlier, I personally like the place because of the low topology. I mean, flat rather. We have a flat level ground topology. Unlike some other places where you see these are naturally. This is where they are naturally. This is honestly. This is where they are naturally. And honestly, it's cool. It's naturally beautiful. But as much as it's beautiful, hey, hello, as much as it's beautiful, it doesn't mean you should go and buy the one without title. Please, if you have to buy around here, buy the one with texture. I'm begging you in the name of God. If you like yourself, maybe if you hate yourself, no problem. Don't listen to me. It's okay. But if you love yourself and you really are out to make return on your investment, then you should listen to me and buy a titled land. Don't let them cajole you and tell you rishi, oh, it will be out. we're friends with the government. Okay, so I'll slow down, please, slow down. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Perfection Estate. Oh my God. You know why I'm excited? Because I have an investment here. It's just on the road and it's still, I think it's still selling. But if you want the information about it, I'm just going to send it to you. I'll find out if it's still selling. Okay, so now, it doesn't have title. I will not lie to you, but I have an investment there. But it doesn't have title. I'll come back to it. Now, this is Lacampagne Tropicana. This is the part where I said I was going to get to, and I'll come back to you, and I'll turn back. So this is the world famous Lacampagne Tropicana. Well famous, say. This is the world famous Lacampagne Tropicana. I'm not permitted to go in, so I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to drive through it and take a U-turn, and that's it. All right, so I promised you I was going to show you Lacampagne Tropicana. Trust me, it's a beautiful place. If you check on the internet, you will see it. It's a beautiful thing, and I like the fact that it's an African thingy where you have the Igbo part. They mix Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa kind of thing, and they have all the they have it designed in African fabrics. So for me, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful one. Okay, so I'll take it a step further. Let's just go a step further, and I'll show you the junction to where you now have all the excision in processed land. Don't buy excision in processed land though. There's nothing even called that. That is not even the title to start with. It's not a title. Okay, you can buy what's the other one? Not excision in process. Okay, whatever it is. So far it doesn't have excision. Please don't buy it. Let me not say what will further implicate you guys. Once it's not excised, hello, stay far away from it. Okay, and that is why I'm going to be stopping at that junction, because the truth is most of the properties around here don't have title, especially the ones after that junction. I'm going to end this video. You see Orishi there. We see Orishi on the internet. Any land, especially for people that are also looking for land 800,000, 1 million. This is further down is where you will get those kind of property. And when I tell you they don't have title, they don't have title. Don't let anybody tell you cock and bull story. The government is going to issue. Government is not issuing anything. Governor Ambode spent how many years? He did not give any excision. He did not grant it. Actually, in these houses, he might grant it somebody else, somewhere else, but not here. Okay, and Governor Sanwo-Olu too has not done anything yet, and I don't see it happening anytime soon. So, for your own security, stay away from it. But if you want to buy it, you want to take the risk. Congratulations to you, Dennis. But for me, I would never allow anyone to do that. Like I said, I've marketed some lands before. When we get to that junction, you enter this way. I've marketed a lot of land around here, okay, that doesn't have title before, and that was 4 years ago. And ever since I got to know better that government is not giving out those excision, I stayed away from it. Okay, so this is the popular Okunfolu junction. If you have heard about Okunfolu junction, this is the popular Okunfolu junction. Now, a whole lot of these properties that are selling online, from here, they are 30 minutes drive. Okay, you'll be wondering why she's screaming. Yes, because some of you live in diaspora, you don't have an insight to it. You don't even know what's up. It's from here, from this junction, you still spend another 30 minutes downward. If you want to buy any property in these houses, make sure it has title. If it does not have title, or your OYO is what you have, you're on your own. I know that the topology is fine. I want to see. Yes, I agree. See the topology. See. Just check it out. Naturally dry. I know. Naturally beautiful. I know. I've marketed it. Ebony Homes. We're just approaching Ebony Homes. Ebony Homes. Flourished Royal Gardens. We sold it. But look at Flourished Royal Garden that we have sold for over 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, no excision, 1 kobo on it. No exchange anything. No anything. And then the company was saying so many things. They were saying so many promises. Yet, over 4 years, no title. Is that not enough for you to know that you should back off? I, as a realtor, I've backed off. Okay, I've backed off from all of these properties. I'm just showing you for the few people that want to listen. I know a lot of people will not want to listen. Those like, no, I was talking to one prospect 2 days ago. He said, no, since me, I refuse to say he has gone to buy 2 plots less than 2 million. I'm like, congratulations. That the guy said excuse me, the guy told him he was going to get the title out in less than 3 months. I was like, okay, nice. In this Lagos, Nigeria, no problem. Now here we did now. You will come back and tell me again. Not today. I've seen a lot now. Like I said, this is Heavenly Homes. I think the signboard doesn't even go off. This is it. Say it. Is it here? No, it's not this one. It's not this one. It's at front. So there's a lot of property that I have sold on this road, and that was the last time I ever sold any extension in process. I just, cancelled myself from it immediately, and I stopped selling it. Never again, because the ones we have sold 4 years, and unfortunately this place is beautiful. See, it's very beautiful. If you look at it, it's very beautiful. Most of the land, see it there naturally. And I did a search there. I remember some of these lands are for golf course, Lagos State golf course, blah 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 blah. That's why it's on it. Okay, so this is where I end the video, guys. Like I said, I want to end it here. I'll turn the camera to my face, so when you have a space, just turn. I'll end it here. Please, if you have to buy a property here, make sure that they are tied to hands. They are not tied to carry your shoe and run away. Okay, carry it and run away. Carry it and run away. Okay? To be forewarned is to be forearmed. Okay, I've warned you. If you want to listen, cool. If you don't want to, cool. Look at what you're looking at now. That's Flourish Royal Garden. 4 years down the line, nothing will happen for them. Okay, let's just say the truth. The truth is, let's call it the way it is. Call a spade a spade. I don't know. You hurt some people. Some people might see this video offensive, but the truth has to be said. Okay, you don't have to sugarcoat the truth. The truth is the truth. Either you're lying or you're saying the truth. All right. So thank you, guys. Let me turn the camera to me now. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching this video to the end. You are the real MVP. Okay, so like I've said, these lands, you see them, I'm driving away from them now. Please stay away from them. Like I said, some of these lands that you see online, 1 million, 1.2, that last can it come, that one. I'll not mention them before they'll come from my head. There are plenty names. You hear rich names. So far, they don't have verifiable title. Extension in process, extension in Kinikon, because it's not process. They're not processing any jack. Please stay away from it. Okay? Stay away from it. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. Stay away from it. Instead of you trying to buy 1 million naira land, you want to buy 5 million. Why don't you go and manage and buy it 1.5 plot and have peace of mind? Have rest of mind on your investments. Why do I don't know? That's when it's crazy to watch people. They say they don't mind. They want to like I said, it's okay if you want to take a risk. If you know that what you're getting yourself into, it's okay, and you're going into it, it's okay. It means that you're going into it with your eyes open. But going into it blindly is what I don't like, and that's why I'm doing this video. I don't want you to go into it blindly. Okay? I don't want you to go into it blindly. Actually, this area, there's so much that has to do with this extension process thingy. Okay? Alright, so please, if this is your very first time of watching this video or coming across this YouTube channel and you're yet to subscribe, kindly do so and turn on your notification button so that you don't miss out on my next video. Trust me, I'll bring in so much information your way that will help you as an investor in the Nigerian real estate market. So until next time in my next video, stay blessed and please stay safe. It's very important. Stay safe. Yes, it's Christmas in view, so Merry Christmas in advance, guys. I'll see you in my next video.